Hi loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be a full face tutorial, and today's main focus of the video is this palette that I recently got from Plouise. This is the Go Shawty It's Your Birthday palette. If you guys have seen the last short that I had posted on my channel, you guys will see that I already used this palette. I used it for a Christmas kind of theme, like gingerbread kind of look that I want to say I did a few weeks ago. So yeah, you guys, during the Black Friday sale, I had picked up a few things from the Plouise website. Well, actually the app. I'm shopping on the app now because it just seems like it's a little bit easier. So when I show you guys all of the products that I'm using in today's video that I purchased on the app, I will go ahead and give you guys like a price difference. I know Black Friday is over, but just to give you guys a bit of an idea of how Plouise pretty much discounts their makeup. But yeah, you guys, I don't want to ramble too much. I hope you all enjoyed today's makeup tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next one. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to be starting out with my favorite concealer to carve out my brows. I'm going in with the MAC Studio Finish concealer in the shade NC45. I really like this concealer a lot, you guys, because if you are growing out your eyebrows but you still want to fill them in, this is a great concealer to use because it is a little bit on the thicker side, so that way it'll be able to cover up those sparse hairs that you may have while you're growing out your eyebrows. And not only that, I do like how it is a creamy formula, but it does dry down to a matte finish. So after I carve out my brows, I kind of like to just bring the product down a little bit, and I like to blend it out with the fluffy brush. I like to do this step because it just helps the eyeshadow base pretty much blend better with the concealer that I use to carve out my brows, so that way we have a nice even blank canvas. So now we're gonna go into all the stuff that I got from Plouise during a Black Friday sale. So this is the first palette that I got, and lately I've been wanting to do more of neutral eyeshadow looks, so I went with more neutral palettes. And yeah, you guys, as you can see, this palette is gorgeous. It lights up, which I thought was pretty cool, and it basically comes with two different palettes. So when you first open it, this is the first palette. It's on the top. And yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like. It is beautiful, you guys. I love these shades so much. I feel like they're perfect for your like warm, more natural kind of eyeshadow looks, or you can create like dramatic looks as well. And then you just pull out the palette underneath it, and you get more eyeshadows, and this is more on the cooler side in my opinion. So the next palette that I got is the Wet n XL palette. I really like this palette as well, but I will say a lot of tones in this palette does pull more purple than brown, which was kind of surprising to me, but I wasn't too mad about it. It was whatever. But now we're going into the star of the show. This is the Go Shawty It's Your Birthday palette. This is my favorite palette that I got from Plouise so far. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's neutral just like the Desert palette, but this one is a little bit more on the actual like neutral side. Not too many warm shades are in this palette, but overall I love it so much. As y'all can see, like, I was really struggling like bad, but yeah, this palette, I just love the details so much. I love the pink. I just love everything about this palette, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty much what the top of the palette looks like. Really pretty. I love the shade so much. Like, I literally use this palette at least 5 times since getting it, and that's a lot for me, you guys. Like, I'll get a palette and I will only use it like once, maybe twice, and then I'm off to the next one. But I've been gravitating towards this palette a lot. Like, I really do like it. So these are the products that I use for my eyebrows today. I just didn't include it in today's video. This is the Plouise Cosmetic paints and the gels for your brows. I love these products so much. Espresso is in like the deeper shade, and Macchiato is more of the brown shade. So yeah, and I also got a eyeshadow base, but this is a 30 ml one, so it's a lot, you guys, but I honestly need it because I love this base so much. I pretty much use it every single time I do my eyeshadow. So yeah. And then I got at least 10 brushes. A lot of them I had like duplicated because you can't have too many detail brushes, honestly. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go into my base. I didn't use the big one because I already have the original size ones and I have quite a few. So yeah, I'm gonna just go through those first before I use the big one. But yeah, I like to take that and just blend everything out. Like I said, I like to have a nice even layer. So I just spread the product out and then I take a fluffy brush and I just blend it all out. And as you can see, I am blending, but at the same time, I am making sure I'm doing like a slight patting motion because you want to trap the air in between your brush and the base so that way it can be more tacky and your eyeshadows will appear more pigmented. So now I'm going in with the first shade on my, I don't know what this brush is called, but it's about to be on the screen. There you go, right there. Yep, I'm taking that brush and I'm packing on the first shade. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with my channel or my videos or anything like that, then you wouldn't know that I like to blend out my eyeshadow after I apply them. So pretty much I like to pack on the shade first and then I go in to blend. I like to get my eyeshadows as intense as I would like it to be, and then that's when I would do the blending. For me, that just helps with the pigmentation and the intensity of the eyeshadow. But at the end of the day, when you do blend, you do lose a little bit of color payoff, so you just have to go back and forth. But this is the technique that I like to use. So another technique that I like to use while doing my eyeshadow is the 50-50 method, which I actually learned from the Plouise Makeup Academy course that I took, which that technique basically consists of you packing on your next eyeshadow, but you're going to place your brush, half of it is going to be on the original eyeshadow that you applied, the first one, and then the other half of the brush is going to be on the blank space. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That just helps with the blendability and just to make sure that your eyeshadows are blended and it has like a nice gradient effect to it, and it's not just all blotchy and you can tell where one color stops and where one begins and everything like that. So now I'm taking a fluffier brush and I'm going in with the last transition shade, and I like to just apply this kind of sloppily because it's like the transition shade and I want this to be really nice and blown out and smoky. So yeah, I'm just kind of going all over the place with this shade. So I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. So that's why I sped this up, because it's literally the exact same thing. But I just wanted to include it in today's video. So if you guys would like to just skip through this part, I'll go ahead and put a timestamp where you can just go watch the rest of the makeup tutorial without having to watch this part. So now I'm taking my Plouise cut carver and I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. And this product, you guys, I swear by it. I honestly recommend it so much. Like, this will make your cut creases pop if you just go ahead and take off all of that extra eyeshadow. So say for instance, if we went ahead and cut the crease just with the base and not have done this step, the eyeshadow that we're going to apply would not pop and it wouldn't be as vibrant. So I love doing this step so much. I highly recommend that you do it. You don't necessarily need this product, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I think it's just some damn coconut oil they put in there because it smells like coconut and it looked like raw coconut oil. So honestly, y'all, just go get you some damn coconut oil. The only reason why I got this product, honestly, is because I love Plouise. I support their brand and the packaging is cute. It's pink, it's in a heart. Like, I'm a sucker for pink, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do recommend this product, but if you don't want to spend that amount of money on it, I don't really think it's expensive, but if you don't want to spend that much on it, then you can just go ahead and get some cheap raw coconut oil or any oil. I used to use baby oil as well. Anything that's oil based, it'll work. That'll just break down the product. So yeah. And to do the part where I cut the crease and took off that cut carver product is a Cosmetic Q-tip. It's by Ulta Beauty. So yeah, now I'm going in with the Plouise and Mama Mitchell cosmetic paint, and I'm just going to be cutting the crease. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I went way above my natural crease because I want you to be able to see the eyeshadow when I'm looking at you. So yeah. So now I'm going to be packing on this shade, and you guys, I'm gonna be honest, this is my favorite matte lid shade in this palette. It's so beautiful. It's like a nude but a slight undertone of pink. I just love it so much. Like, I honestly gravitated towards it the first time that I got this palette, and I haven't been able to like stop using it. So yeah, I just like to pack that on. And as you can see, I am using a bigger eyeshadow brush, but I am going to be going in with a smaller detail brush to just get those edges and just make sure that all of that base is set. You don't want to leave any part of the base not set, because if you blink or whatever, or just look up, then you will ruin the cut crease. You want that cut crease to be very sharp and precise. Cause not me showing y'all this product and I didn't even have it facing y'all. It was definitely backwards. You can't even see what the color was, but it's brown, y'all. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I just took that. It's a cosmetic paint, and it's pretty much, it dries down to a matte finish. So yeah, I just use that to line my lash line, and then I'm going to set it with the very first shade that we used in the crease while we were doing our eyeshadow, so it can just match and be all cute and stuff. So yeah, so after I did that, I just went in with some mascara and my lashes. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, I most definitely put my lashes on backwards, but I fixed it though. You know, it happens to the best of us, but it's okay though. I fixed it. So now I'm going to go into foundation, and you guys, this is like the most exciting part for me because I got my little scientist chemist little thing going on or whatever, and I'm gonna show you guys why I say that. But yeah, I'm just applying that foundation on my skin, and then I'm gonna go into a very dense brush. I like to blend out my foundation with a brush because it adds more coverage versus using a sponge. A sponge absorbs more of the product, and I don't like that. I like full coverage. And yeah, so I just go in with that brush and I just blend it out. I do a patting motion. I do not swipe. I may do like a slight swiping motion, but I do not swipe it hard. I like to pat it because that gives it more coverage. It drives me crazy when I see people doing that, but yeah. So this is the part where I say I felt like a chemist, is pretty much because what I'm showing you guys now is the Too Faced Born This Way original foundation, and then I'm showing you guys the matte one. I'm using the matte one in today's video, right? So I don't know if you guys can tell, but the original is way more neutral than the matte version, and these are the same exact shade. So what I did was I pretty much mixed this blue pigment in with that foundation that pulls a little bit too much orange, and I made it more of a neutral shade to work for my skin tone. And I just wanted to go ahead and swatch the shades for you guys so you can see the difference. So with the pigment, it's definitely more on the neutral side, and the original swatch is more on the orange side, which I just did not really like. But yeah, you guys, I'm just going to move on to concealer. Since we already did the foundation for the Too Faced Born This Way, I thought, why not just keep it in the same family and do the Born This Way concealer as well, which I really like. I originally got the shade Golden, and it was just a little bit too light for my liking for like my highlight by itself. So I just never really used it. I used it one time and that was it. So I couldn't really remember if I liked this concealer or not, but I definitely do. But now that my routine has changed, I do get a way lighter concealer just so I can put in the inner corner to give me that nice highlighted effect, which you guys are about to see shortly. So I like to do this step because it just gives more of a brightening effect. So yeah, I just take a little bit of the concealer in the inner corner and then I just blend it out. I don't take it all the way where you see me put the original shade. I just like to keep it in the inner corner. So now I'm going in with my One Size powder. This is in the shade Ultra Pink. I love this powder so much because it does give like a brightening effect and it blurs out and makes the skin look really smooth. So now I'm going in with my One Size bronzer. For some odd reason, I kept forgetting to show you guys like the inside of the product. So I just put a picture of it on the screen. So yeah, I'm taking that first shade and then I'm going to be taking Back Row, which is the contour shade in the trio. And I'm going to take that to contour my cheekbones. And I'm also going to use it to contour my nose as well. Now I'm taking the Cheek Clapper by One Size and Attention Seeker. Yeah, this is another product that I forgot to show you guys, so I just put a picture of it on the screen. But yeah, I'm just going to take the blush and then I'm going to highlight just a little bit as well. Now I'm just going to be highlighting the inner corner. This is actually my favorite shade in the palette. It's my favorite shimmer lid shade. So yeah, I'm just taking that in the inner corner. Now I'm going to use two separate setting sprays. I use the All Nighter spray by Urban Decay for mainly like moisture in my skin a little bit because my face can get a little matte, but I do use the One Size one just to set everything in, if that makes sense. So yeah. Now I'm going in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder. I totally forgot that I usually go in with a brush because it picks up less product. But for some odd reason I went in with the sponge and I was like, oh my god, this is like too much. So yeah, I definitely don't go for this much of a brightening effect. But yeah, so now I'm just going to do my lips, you guys, and that's pretty much the end of the tutorial. I had did a glossy lip, but I decided to do a matte lip to kind of go with the eyes. So yeah, you guys, I really hope you all enjoyed today's video. Please comment below what you think about the look, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one.